My favorite thing about stories is that it's about being real.
Keep it simple.
You have room in stories to just talk, tell stories, to show where you are, what you're doing. Think of stories as a great way to go behind the scenes with you. Stories are probably the best way to make a personal connection with people. Just turning on the selfie camera and talking to people. And it doesn't have to be as organized or perfect or put together. With reels, like, you can't really make genuine connections when you're putting together these really punchy 8-second jokes or these 22-second tip clips where it's like step one, step two, step three. With the stories, though, there's room to breathe. In fact, people expect you and kind of hope that you'd be more sincere in stories, because that's what the best, most engaging stories do. They don't think about it doing it the same way as doing everything else on Instagram. That was kind of my first mistake. Once I got into it, I realized I actually sometimes like stories better than reels, because it's a chance to just let my guard down, tell about my day, tell about my strategy, tell about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how it's going, and things I'm doing for clients. It's kind of fun. And I like that because I don't have to be as put together on stories. They don't expect me to have my hair perfectly combed or to have like the most beautiful background. If you can, that's a plus. But it's really nice to be able to be more free and to just talk. That's very important because we don't just want to have big numbers of followers, but we want followers that feel like they actually get to know us, they actually like us, and hopefully done over time to build that trust with them where they're excited to do business with us and to buy something that we're offering. That's the big opportunity with stories, and people really are watching stories. It's really worth it to learn how to do it and do it well. Stories are actually, this surprised me. I don't know if people know this, but it's actually one of the most used features of Instagram. Some people don't even go through their feed. Some people don't even tap on the Reels tab and look at all the Reels. Some people just are there for the stories. So it's such a big thing to make stories. Hey, have you ever been live on Instagram? Lives are really amazing. It might be a little bit intimidating, but there's so many cool advantages of it. One, it's like connecting with people the way you do through stories, but on steroids, because it's one continuous shot of you and you're just talking to them, interacting with them, you reading their comments and responding to that. They connect with you on such a deep level and they get to know you. Video is a complete shortcut to getting to know someone, at least for them getting to know you. But moreover, live video shortcuts that even more because you're interacting with them if you're doing it right. And be sure that if you're seeing comments and the little hearts pop up on your screen during live, yeah, shout people out. Hang out with them, enjoy talking, bantering a bit with them. Another thing that's really cool about lives, though, the app will immediately prioritize you like crazy if you go live. The moment you go live, it alerts all of your followers, and if they have the notifications enabled, they're gonna get, even if they're outside Instagram, it's gonna go boom, Ed Oyama or whoever you are, right? It's gonna say you just went live. Even more if you go live with someone else. Both of your names go out to all of both of your followers, and it's just crazy how much reach you suddenly get. Not to mention, your little story bubble is going to go straight to the front of the line and it's going to stay there as long as you are live. It's going to stay live and that bubble is going to pulse. Now, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking to go live because it's like, well, what do I say? So my advice is keep it short, come up with like 3 points that you really want to talk about. And if you're considering leaving the recording of that live on your Instagram feed, actually don't acknowledge your followers. It's kind of sad and maybe a little counterintuitive, but don't acknowledge them for the first minute, because that first minute you got to hook people. You got to be focused, you got to be on topic, you got to announce where you're going, what you're going to tell them, and launch right into your first point. But then as soon as that's good and people are still responding, then take a quick pause, respond a little bit to people, but keep going until you've plowed through your material for the most part. Then really engage with people if they've stuck with you to the end. Because if you're going to post that on your feed, it's got to be hooky like crazy, or people are going to ditch that live recording after the first minutes. Now, if you're not going to put it on the feed, go bananas. Just interact with everyone, have fun, chat them up, talk to them, and just connect with people. That being said, Instagram Lives are an amazing way to connect with your followers. The algorithm is going to do everything it can to make sure you connect with as many of your followers as possible. It's a huge win-win.